Good evening and welcome to Sunset News on Friday, the 3rd of March. As always, we bring you local and international news, community stories, economics, weather, and sports. I am Ashwin Berry. In the news tonight, Cornelia Ngwasha, who was affected by the floods and relocated to one of the relocation sites, says that they do not get enough food and pleads with the government not to forget them and provide assistance as they did in the beginning. Enzo Amwele reports.
Andidi mangondwana ninda usiyabatwa kwa patomea mala kwengo tuno makulo mapefimbo esi obotafika hapa makuti kepefika tunane wali makuli kwa pangashina kukuja ne pefa twintile ngwa tango betu tayanga kwe tutalanare ni kuya tobe filipishona tapumbwa ne no kona tango bali ame no shashi tuno banu have apufiku katumbele mbudi ndo tutayi ningire ngene nje kuja tatotelo popoli fini na vetu na vetetalande polifi.
General Manager of the Construction Industries Federation of Namibia, Barbel Kirshner, discussed the state of the construction sector in Namibia and highlighted that the main focus should be on Namibian contractors. She alluded to outsourcing of foreign contractors that has put a major dent in the sector. She joined the Institute of Quantity Surveyors during a press conference with the president of the Africa Association of Quantity Surveyors, Obafemi Onashile. Elizabeth Joseph reports.
Good morning, I'm Barbel Kirchner from the Construction Industries Federation of Namibia, and you've asked me, what is happening in our sector, and most importantly, I think it's very, very important that we do get a construction council for our sector, essentially a statutory body that will police and monitor our industry. It's incredibly important. We have been looking at it since 2006. We have essentially been lobbying for that. The CIF is also merely a stakeholder, and we know it has been with the Cabinet Committee of Legislation last year, so we are very hopeful that it will be tabled in Parliament this year. But it's definitely incredibly important. You've asked me about also how the industry is doing. We are hopeful that it will be looking better this year. We've obviously had a few terrible years, first recession for a number of years, particularly our industry has been affected, and COVID. So we're very hopeful that this year will look much, much better. But it's very, very important that we continue focusing on our local contractors. They need to be far more involved in the industry. We have a very large extent of foreign contractors currently on some of the major projects, not just construction, i.e. civil work, but also building projects, and that is really unacceptable if we consider how it affects our industry. Thank you.
The Capricorn Foundation launched the Windhoek Business Box today in partnership with the MTC Dome Namibia to create shared value and support projects that stimulate economic growth and development. The foundation has committed 567,000 Namibian dollars to expand the Business Box initiative to Windhoek. Philippus Osiku reports.
The objective of this program in addressing youth unemployment by stimulating entrepreneurship to create jobs. And I asked Father Stephen if he going to share some success stories that he shared with us, and he reminded me that Gotv is actually one of the success stories. So I hope that you will share your story, because that is what we want to see more Gotvs. So, yeah, from the Capricorn Foundation side, I want to thank farmers for approaching us. We've got the resources in the foundation, but we're not always aware of projects like this. So we are really looking for projects that are impactful, that we can support and collaborate with, that will address these systemic issues.
Wesco Group Namibia, based in Walvis Bay, continued its commitment to playing a role in helping the communities in which they operate. Today, the group donated 360 bags of cement to the Oshikoto Education Directorate in Ondangwa. 9 schools in the region are set to benefit from this donation as they have ongoing projects. Enzo Amwele reports.
cement parcels. It's part of our corporate social responsibility to the community. This cement is to put a platform to set a foundation for our children. And without our children, then there can be no future. Our children, as part of this future, is the future doctors, future presidents, future ministers of this country. And this is just a good gesture from our side. It's the first time that we drove so far to give donations. The previous times it was only in Belfast and in Ludwig, but we will try as a company to reach out to you guys to further lends to try to donate to people. Thank you.
Thank Westco Group Namibia for this donation. This donation will make a great impact towards the creation of a conducive environment for teaching and learning. Well, as a Directorate of Education, we are happy to be associated with Westco Group Namibia as it supports social development through educational support. As Oshkoto Directorate of Education, we are happy today for this donation, and constant expansion is in our agenda through additional classrooms, ablution facilities, and laboratories. Therefore, this type of donation will make us to achieve those objectives. Allow me again to thank Westco Group Namibia on behalf of Chikoto Education, Arts and Culture, Management, the staff member, and the learners, particularly from those schools which are going to benefit from this donation.
National Special Risks Insurance Association, a state-owned enterprise, donated school structures amongst other things of value. And we'll be talking about that in the story of the day after the break.
NMH at 1 brings you news from all across Namibia. If you would like to feature your brand or campaign on this platform, contact NMH1 at synergy.com.na. NMH at 1, your lunchtime news companion.
National Special Risks Insurance Association, a state-owned enterprise, donated school structures, water tanks, tents and food parcels to the value of 130,000 Namibian dollars to assist some of the flood-affected schools in the Ohangwena region. Enzo Ambwele reports.
Hence, working with the development partners and other stakeholders is one of our core functions. I'm pleased that Nasria come on board to attend to flood issues with the Ohangwena Regional Council. Nasria is playing a very big hand to donate materials to communities who are affected by flood in our region. Ladies and gentlemen, I must also inform you that flood has affected our region since 13 January 2023, whereby 403 households were affected, giving us a total number of 1,890 people affected by flood. However, only 417 people were relocated to 7 centers, which are Onaminda, Ondingwanyama, Noshikango, Onamkalo, Ohangwena East, at the police station, Extension 7 in Oshikango, Puma Service Station, and Ohaingo. Director of Ceremonies, a total number of 36 schools are severely affected by the flood, where 28 of them were completely closed. However, as we are speaking, 18 of them has resumed classes. All in all, a total number of 426 teachers and 9,902 learners were affected. Ladies and gentlemen, I must also highlighting that not only the households and schools that I have mentioned earlier on were affected by flood, that I have mentioned earlier were affected by flood, rather, but road infrastructure as well, like the access roads to Ongara Combined School was washed away, Oshikango Odibo Road, C45 Onuno Enana Road, the railway line at Engela Bridge was also affected. This had negatively affected economic growth and livelihood of people in our region. Director of Ceremonies, although the region is faced by these challenges, we are not alone in the plight. Hence, I commend Nasria for their initiative to donate materials to the flood-affected communities in our region.
And this number includes women and children, which compel us to show our humanity and responsibility as good Namibian corporate citizens. Hundreds has been displaced. Key infrastructure such as schools have suffered considerable damages, and livelihood have been disrupted in ways that call for our collective effort to join hands and show our true national soul. Withstanding this, our efforts here today are not unique, but complement many other efforts that this region has received or has seen from other responsible corporate citizens that have in recent weeks extended helping hand to multiple villages that were met with this natural calamity. With the recent approval by Cabinet of 72 million Namibian dollars to fund a flood relief program through the Prime Minister's office, the support and guidance from all sectors is incredibly the true identity of Namibia as one house.
Particularly marking the donation of these materials, items, the relief items from the Namibia Special Risk Insurance Association, in short NASRIA, which is meant.
In economic news, after the break, we take a look at Outsurance Namibia being absolved by First Rand Group. Stay with us.
The Evening Review is a daily interview-based talk show that dissects and expounds on current affairs as they occur in Namibia. The show aims at reaching Namibians of all age groups who seek better understanding of the state of current affairs in the country. This show is broadcasted on NTV, Oneuptwo.com, and cross-shared on the following Facebook platforms: Namibian Sun and Namibia Media Holdings. The Evening Review focuses on interviews, latest news, and up-to-the-minute current events. Contact Evening at synergy.com.na. Evening Evening Review, unpacking today's pertinent issues.
Heading into economic news, First Rand Namibia celebrated its new insurance brand FNB Short-Term Insurance, hosting business leaders, employees and colleagues across the group. In March last year, Outsurance Namibia was acquired by First Rand Namibia Limited, and following all regulatory approvals, FNB Insurance enters the market as 100% owned by the First Rand Namibia Group. Speaking at the launch, First Rand Namibia CEO Conrad Dempsey stated First Rand Namibia's vision is to help build a globally competitive Namibia. Let's have a look at the economic indicators. The Namibian dollar maintained its value next to the British pound, but is currently trading at 18.16 on a decline next to the US dollar. Looking at commodities, gold registered an uptick of 0.60%, whilst copper, zinc and Brent crude oil all made downturns. In international news, Cambodia's opposition leader was given a 27-year sentence for treason. More on that after the break. Ohole So Nice is an entertainment show brought to you by the youth for the youth. This is a dating show that allows individuals to participate and be their own true selves. If you would like to feature your brand or campaign on this platform, contact Zone at synergy.com.na. Heading into international news, Cambodia's most prominent opposition leader has been sentenced to 27 years under house arrest for treason. Kem Sokha, the former leader of the now-dissolved Cambodian National Rescue Party, has also been barred from standing or voting in elections. He was accused of conspiring with foreign powers to overthrow Prime Minister Hun Sen's government. Hun Sen is one of the world's longest-serving autocrats who has been in power since 1985. Cambodia will hold a general election in July. Most expect he will run again, although some believe he is planning to hand over power to his eldest son, Hun Manet. Kem Sokha, 69, was first arrested in 2017 based on a 2013 video where he said he had received support from US pro-democracy groups. He and his lawyers have denied the charges and said the case against him was baseless. W. Patrick Murphy, the US ambassador to Cambodia, said on Friday that the case was a miscarriage of justice. Kem Sokha's lawyer, Ang Udom, said his legal team would appeal against the verdict, Reuters news agency reported. Human rights groups and Western governments have condemned the charges against him as unfounded and politically motivated. It was obvious from the start that the charges against Kem Sokha were nothing but a politically motivated ploy by Prime Minister Hun Sen to sideline Cambodia's major opposition leader and eliminate the country's democratic system, said Phil Robertson, Deputy Asia Director at Human Rights Watch. Sending Kem Sokha to prison isn't just about destroying his political party, but about squashing any hope that there can be a genuine general election in July. The group called on the authorities to quash the conviction and immediately and unconditionally release him. Stay with Sunset News as we head into the weather predictions shortly.
My.NA Property Show provides viewers with the best in-class content, engaging interviews, as well as a showcase of the latest property-related products and services. If you would like to feature your brand or your campaign on this platform, contact My.NA at synergy.com.na. My.NA Properties, more than just a roof over your head.
You are still with Sunset News. Let's have a look at the weather predictions for the weekend, starting with Saturday. The capital is sunny with a 33-degree maximum, whilst Enana, Oshakati and Ruakana are sunny with 36-degree maximums across the board. Katima Mulilo and Rundu are expecting partly cloudy conditions along with Tsumeb and Khobabis. Henties Bay, Sokomund, Wavish Bay and Rehoboth are all sunny, whilst Ariansvlei and Oranjemund are expecting minimums of 14 degrees. Ariansvlei expecting some rains with some partly sunny conditions. Looking at Sunday, Windhoek is sunny with a 35-degree maximum. Omaruru coming in very hot with a 37-degree maximum, sharing that with Enana. Katima and Rundu are partly cloudy once again, whilst Khobabis is partly cloudy with a minimum of 14 degrees. Rehoboth is sunny with a minimum of 9 degrees, making it one of the coldest places in the country, whilst Aranos and Keetmanshoop are sunny and Ariamsvlei is expecting some rain once again. The start of round 2 of the Marine Namibia Premier League should once again provide great entertainment. We'll be talking about this in our sports stories, amongst other stories, after the break.
Sport Wrap is a daily show focusing on all sport news and current affairs. If you would like to feature your brand or campaign on this platform, contact sportwrap@synergy.com.na.
Heading into the sports stories, the start of round 2 of the Marine Namibia Premier League should once again provide great entertainment to football lovers across the country. African Stars, who have opened up a runaway lead of 14 points, will be in action at the Unam Stadium this weekend, playing against Black Africa. The two leading clubs in Namibian cricket will once again meet in the final of the 50-over Premier League at the Wanderers Field on Saturday. Defending champions AHM Motors Windhoek High School Old Boys, led by Malan Kruger, finished second on the points table behind APS Imperial Samsung Wanderers under the captaincy of Nicholas Schultz. Rugby lovers are looking forward to seeing the Windhoek Draft Valviches take on the Currie Cup Premier Division champions, the Airlink Pumas, in a pre-season friendly at the Hage Geingob Stadium on Saturday. And you can catch that match on NTV tomorrow. Your highlights from this evening's broadcast are following after the break.
The Regional Review brings you news, views, and interviews from NMH correspondents from across the country. If you would like to feature your brand or campaign on this platform, contact regional@synergy.com.na.
My.NA Property Show provides viewers with the best in-class content, engaging interviews, as well as a showcase of the latest property-related products and services. If you would like to feature your brand or your campaign on this platform, contact my.na@synergy.com.na. My.NA Properties, more than just a roof over your head.
You are still with Sunset News. Let's have a look at the highlights from this evening's broadcast. The Capricorn Foundation launched the Windhoek Business Box today in partnership with the MTC Dome Namibia to create shared value and support projects that stimulate economic growth. Wesco Group Namibia, based in Walvis Bay, continued its commitment to playing a role in helping the communities in which they operate. And the start of round 2 of the Marine Namibia Premier League should once again provide great entertainment to football lovers across the country. And with that, we have come to the end of the broadcast. Make sure you join Sunset News on Facebook, on all the Namibia Media Holdings platforms, as well as on our website, Oneuptwo.com. Sunset News screens on Dstv channel 285 and Gotv channel 94 every weekday and Sunday from 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. My name is Ashwin Berry. This has been Sunset News. Don't end your day without us.